A fresh political and cultural controversy erupted this week as Donald Trump lashed out publicly at Pope Leo, igniting backlash from religious leaders, political figures, and the public. The dispute, which appears to stem from comments made by the Pope criticizing political rhetoric and leadership tone, quickly escalated into a broader confrontation that has now taken on a digital dimension. The situation intensified after Trump shared, or was associated with, an AI-generated image depicting himself in a Christ-like pose. The image, which circulated widely across social media platforms, portrayed the president with visual elements reminiscent of traditional depictions of Jesus Christ. Critics argue that the imagery crosses a line into religious insensitivity, while supporters have dismissed the outrage as politically motivated. The clash began when Pope Leo delivered remarks interpreted as a veiled critique of nationalist politics, and what he described as leadership rooted in division rather than compassion. While the Pope did not explicitly name Trump, the president responded forcefully, accusing the pontiff of overstepping into political territory and undermining national sovereignty. Trump's reaction came through a series of statements in which he defended his record and criticized what he called globalist influence within religious institutions. His tone, described by observers as unusually sharp even by his standards, drew immediate attention from both allies and critics. Several prominent Republicans remained silent, while others urged a more measured approach to avoid alienating religious voters. The controversy reached a new level when the AI-generated image began trending online. Digital analysts noted that the image appears to have been created using advanced generative tools, reflecting a growing trend in political communication where synthetic media is used to amplify messaging. However, the symbolic nature of the image, blending political identity with religious iconography, has proven particularly polarizing. Religious groups across denominations expressed concern. Some Christian leaders labeled the image deeply inappropriate, arguing that it trivializes sacred imagery. Others framed the issue as part of a broader cultural shift where technology is increasingly blurring the boundaries between satire, propaganda, and belief. Political analysts suggest the episode underscores the evolving intersection of politics, religion, and artificial intelligence. The use of AI-generated content in political discourse is still largely unregulated, raising questions about ethical boundaries and the potential for misinformation or offense at scale. Meanwhile, Trump's core supporters have largely rallied behind him, viewing both the Pope's comments and the backlash as examples of establishment criticism. On social media, many defended the image as either humorous or symbolic, reflecting what they see as unfair treatment of the president. As the situation continues to unfold, it remains unclear whether either side will attempt to de-escalate. The Vatican has not issued a formal response beyond the Pope's original remarks, and Trump has shown little indication of backing down. The episode highlights a broader tension in modern public life, the collision of deeply held beliefs with rapidly evolving digital tools, and the unpredictable consequences that follow when those worlds intersect.